Hello, I am KLAH. The purpose of this channel is to stand up for Tea and Doe and to talk to you about the kingdom level above human. Today I will be reading a passage from the book, How and When Heaven's Gate, the door to the physical kingdom level above human, may be entered. This passage from Doe is titled 95 Statement by an E.T. presently incarnate. 1. In the early 1970s, two individuals, my task partner and myself, from the evolutionary level above human, the kingdom of heaven, incarnated into, moved into, and took over two human bodies that were in their 40s. I moved into a male body, and my partner, who is an older member in the level above human, took a female body. We called these bodies vehicles, for they simply served as physical vehicular tools for us to wear while on a task among humans. They had been tagged and set aside for our use since their birth. 2. We brought to Earth with us a crew of students, whom we had worked with, nurtured, on Earth in previous missions. They were in varying stages of metamorphic transition from membership in the human kingdom to membership in the physical evolutionary level above human, what your history refers to as the kingdom of God or the kingdom of heaven. 3. It seems that we arrived in Earth's atmosphere between Earth's 1940s and early 1990s. We suspect that many of us arrived in staged spacecraft, UFO crashes, and many of our discarded bodies, genderless, not belonging to the human species, were retrieved by human authorities, government, and military. 4. Other crews from the level above human preceded our arrival and tagged, placed a deposit chip in each of the vehicles' bodies that we would individually incarnate into when that instruction would be given. These chips set aside those bodies for us. 5. We feel that while we were out of body between arrival and incarnation, we were thoroughly briefed and were taken through an extensive preview of places and events that would assist our individual incarnation process of bringing our mind, our consciousness, into the vehicle, body, and overriding the mind of the human plant or container that each of us was to use. This incarnation process is very difficult and cannot be done without the help of older members of the evolutionary level above human, who have not only gone through the metamorphic transition to completion themselves, but who have also assisted others through this transition before, acting as midwives for some in the shedding of their human creature characteristics, while preparing to be born as new creatures into the next evolutionary kingdom. 6. The true kingdom of God, the real physical kingdom of heaven, the evolutionary level above human, are completely synonymous. As a genderless kingdom, it reproduces or adds to its kingdom membership through the use of this metamorphic process. This next level kingdom created all that is, including all the paths that lead to decay and destruction. For the creatures it creates are created with free will, an ever-present option to choose the direction to take at any juncture or moment of decision. 7. The metamorphic birth into the level above human occurs as follows. In any given civilization on a fertile planet such as Earth, and Earth has had many periodic cyclical civilizations, the level above human plants all of the new life forms, including humans, for that civilization in a neutral condition so that they have a chance to choose the direction of their growth. The level above human, or next level, directly, hands-on, relates significantly to the civilization at its beginning stage, and subsequently, with few exceptions, at approximately 2,000-year intervals, 48-hour intervals from a next level perspective, until that civilization's final age. 8. Each time the next level relates directly to any portion of that civilization, deposits containing souls, the seed or chip with a program of metamorphic possibilities, are placed in many human plants. This deposit is potentially the gift of life into the physical and real evolutionary level above human. These deposits are given or made only when members of the level above human are assigned to directly relate to, be incarnate in, the civilization. Only these representatives can nurture those deposited souls with next level thinking, behavior, and all the information required to effectively fluff off all the human mammalian characteristics of the old creature. A potential creature in the next level cannot cling to human ways any more than a butterfly can cling to caterpillar ways. So, when a representative from that kingdom is present, that rep's nurturing, teaching, is a window for exiting the human kingdom for all who have been given deposits, souls. These deposits are made only in vehicles, bodies, that are old enough, having grown or matured enough for self-determination or responsibility. 9. Humans with deposits containing souls can likely be identified at this time as some of those who are rapidly losing respect for this world or its system. They are, from the establishment's point of view, being irresponsible or antisocial, and will be seen by the world as duped, crazy, a cult member, a drifter, a loner, a dropout, a separatist, etc. 10. Not only is the body, in a sense, the temporary container for the soul, but even more importantly, the soul is the housing or container of the new creature. The soul has its own brain or hard drive that accumulates only information of the next level, mundane as well as theoretical or philosophical. The soul also becomes part of the new physical body of the new creature, though it is seldom seen by human eyes. Therefore, when a soul is part of a new deposit, it has very little information and is as a very small next-level fetus. As it develops or grows in size, it necessitates the abortion of the human mind, which is in a container beside it. If you think of a glass vase that has two balloons in it, one balloon is the human mind, the other is the next-level mind. When the next level makes a soul deposit, it is like placing the second balloon in the glass vase. So, when metamorphosis begins, the human mind, balloon, is all but filling the container, and the next level mind or soul is all but empty. As the next level mind increases and the soul begins to grow larger, the human mind container or balloon decreases until, if the next level mind successfully makes it to term, the human deflated balloon is discarded and the next level balloon, with next level mind, is all that fills the container or glass vase. That soul, with its next level mind, has by then become a physical body in a new species, the level above human, needing only a new physical outer shell, which it receives as a quartermaster issue upon physically entering the next level. The final act of metamorphosis, or separation from the human kingdom, is the disconnect, or separation from the human physical container, or body, in order to be released from the human environment and enter the next world or physical environment of the next level. This will be done under the supervision of members of the next level in a clinical procedure. We will rendezvous in the clouds, a giant mothership, for our briefing and journey to the kingdom of the literal heavens. 11. Metamorphosis is not ordinarily accomplishable during only one period of visitation from the level above human. Therefore, the deposit task at each visitation includes deposits with programs for returnees who are still in forward motion. 12. At the end of the age or civilization, where we are now, It seems that all souls that were deposited in any part of the present civilization are brought back. Between visitations, faithful souls are put on ice, so to speak, in the keeping of the level above human, to be redeposited and again incarnated during the next visitation. So, at this time, we have both faithful souls, who might be in their third trimester of their metamorphosis, preparing for the final tests before emerging in their new physical body belonging to the next level. And we also have all those souls who have fallen away during this civilization's visitations. Even they now have a chance at reinstatement. 13. The requirement is the same for all who might expect to find themselves in the safekeeping of the level above human. Each must proceed in forsaking of all human ways, ties, addictions, thinking, gender behavior, sexuality, and be in the forward motion of becoming this new creature, literally and physically belonging to the kingdom level above human. Some in the class have chosen on their own to have their vehicles neutered in order to sustain a more genderless and objective consciousness. The overcoming process can only be accomplished in the care, keeping, and tutorship of the present incarnate representatives of that next kingdom. 14. Humans in any given time seem to fall in one of three categories. 1. Humans without deposits, those who are simply plants, a part of the various levels of human plant life, containing the mind or program of their genetic information combined with their brain's interpretation of the information of their current body's experiences. 2. Those with deposits, souls, who are receiving nourishment from the present reps towards metamorphic completion. And 3. Those with deposits, souls, who are not in a classroom, nor in a direct relationship with the representatives from the level beyond human, having A. not been confronted with the information in the reps, or B. been confronted but have chosen not to pursue. 15. Now that we are here again, how an individual responds to us in our information will in fact judge that individual as to whether he or she will or will not have a further relationship with the next level. In other words, coming in contact with this information will force a decision for all with souls, and they will stand, and the stand they take individually will judge or determine their future. Remember, even those who have fallen away are being given an opportunity at this time to be reconciled or reinstated. 16. Those with souls who fall away become part of the opposition to the next level. Once, in a prior civilization, records suggest that a third of the class fell, and the strongest and thereby leader of those fallen was called Lucifer, or Satan. Even today, they occupy the near heavens as what humans refer to as space aliens. They also burrow in bases underground and participate in genetic manipulation and hybridization with humans and attempt to recruit, while remaining among the unseen, those humans with souls who are unstable or weak in their pursuit of the true kingdom of heaven. These Luciferians, for the most part from the unseen world, started all religions and masquerade as gods to humans. They offer humans, who are unknowingly praying to them, whatever material gains they desire. These Luciferians and their devotees preach heaven on earth, peace among men, and a long and healthy life in the human condition, and are determined to take the steps to make the inhabitants of the planet subservient to their ideal mammalian ethic, destructive to the natural evolutionary processes, and abhorrent to the kingdom level above human. These fallen angels unknowingly also serve the next level, for as the aspirants to the level above human apply the necessary effort to rise above this world, they gain the strength to enter the next world. 17. Where the space aliens have a major stronghold in playing God is through those humans with the most power. The power is the strongest among the very rich and the very righteous, their self-styled religion, who accept that it is their God-given responsibility to maintain the world's stability, judged, of course, by whatever actions are necessary to maintain and increase that power. These powerful individuals have a loose-knit, worldwide club that, for the most part, dictates who their primary monopoly players are. Those leaders in the significant or strong societies or cultures. Government leaders, the very rich, and the world's righteous or moral leaders need each other to accomplish their desired ends. They together really determine what is right and wrong for the populace as a whole, for they trust their overview, and needless to say, it is motivated, for it makes the rich richer, the political more powerful, while offering sufficient moral consciousness to nurture a guiltless society. This morality call translates down to every level of society structure, i.e., its laws, its permissiveness, and its intolerance. The government's law enforcers see to it that nothing is permitted to significantly threaten the rules of the big bedfellow's morality, which is no morality at all, but the long list of do's and don'ts which protect the money flow, secure the power players, and sustain the acceptable morality code. Any little group that isn't naively, totally submissive to their social rules or begins to see through this control mechanism or questions its righteousness is seen as subversive, radical, antisocial, a cult, or even treasonous or potentially terrorists. 18. It is a fact of record that a number of space alien groups or races have related to humans as recently as the past few decades for various reasons. These ranged from deals of mutual benefit, trading spacecraft technology for uninterrupted genetic experimentation, to missions of spiritual enlightenment. All of these activities are far beneath next-level interests or activity and are, in fact, divisionary efforts of the space aliens to have humans look to them at a time that our return presence was imminent. 19. The space aliens have very successfully, through their religions, totally confused the humans' concept of God or deity. These religions were begun as major distortions immediately following any visitation of the next level. The next level abhors religions, for they bind humans to more thoroughly to the human kingdom, using strong misinformation mixed with cosmic or universal consciousness of creation, about which in truth they know nothing. Some of their Christians say that God was incarnate as Jesus, though he knew that his Father was clearly a separate entity, even when his Father's mind was in him. Luciferians now answer the Christians, as well as all other religions, prayers or requests, as they promote enriching their human lives and having them seek a heaven on earth, and a type of second coming that would clearly be abominable to the next level. Only the Luciferians could have Christians believing that Jesus promoted family values, becoming better humans, establishing professional, religious institutions, and looking for the second coming of some flowing-robed peace and love manifestation of their artist conceptions. Most religions think of a kingdom of God, though it doesn't register to them that that kingdom has many members. They feel that if you acknowledge many members in the kingdom of God, then you would be acknowledging a pantheism. Anytime any member of the next level is assigned a task to relate to humans directly, since he is of the kingdom of God, he is rightfully God to them, for he is the member of the evolutionary level above human, kingdom of God, who is relating to them. This is not to say that there is not in the next level a chief of chiefs, or one who is supreme. Luciferians have had humans spiritualize and elevate that spiritual feeling for the word God, so that no member of the next level would want to identify as one of those members of the kingdom of God. The irony is that humans pray to the masquerading gods, space aliens, who have many superior beings in their different races and subraces. So humans are unknowingly praying to different gods of many gods. Of course, none of these are in fact gods, other than self-appointed. They are simply humanoid remnants from previous civilizations that are allowed to exist as a part of the balance of positive and negative presences, and allowing a full range of free will options. The next level is not into rituals or spiritual inflation of stature. Though it's true that younger members learn to be respectful and acknowledge the wisdom and serviceability of older members in the next level. Where one can fall from progressing in the next level is to slip into believing that he can grow on his own. The only way an individual can grow in the next level is to learn to be dependent on his older member as that source of unlimited growth and knowledge. So any younger member in good standing forever remains totally dependent upon and looks to his older member for all things. 20. Since this is the close of the age, the battle in the heavens with their servants on earth will be the means of that closing and the spading under of the plants, including the humans, of this civilization. Weeds are now getting rid of weeds. From gang wars to nations involved in ethnic cleansing, this is simply part of the natural recycling process which precedes a restoration period of the planet in preparation for another civilization's beginning. 21. If you connect with this information, if you attempt to connect with us in your desire to leave your humanness behind and link with the evolutionary level above human, you may encounter what seems to be insurmountable tests. You can imagine the fallout of your separation. You may even be faced with the possibility of losing the body you were wearing in the demonstration of your faithfulness. We can take you through all these trials. They are designed to offer you strength and resolve. 22. If you expect to go with us in our spacecrafts headed for our world, and the only true kingdom level above human, you will likely have to physically engage in preparedness and readiness for that departure. That readiness should not be interfered with by the servants of this world. I find it all but possible to present these truths to you in a way that might stand a chance to survive the avalanche of thoughts from the opposition that would do anything in their power to prevent your separation from their world and your physical life in it. I hope that my older members' mercy will give you strength. If you care to speak with me and your thoughts, I answer to doubt. The name itself means nothing, but I connect with it, for it was agreed upon my usage by my older member, T. T stayed with me, setting an example and preparing me for this present responsibility until 1985, and then separated from her borrowed human container and returned to the next level. If we're not mistaken, our entire classroom task here from 1975 until the present has only been about 30 minutes by next level reckoning. If you have grown to hate your life in this world and would lose it for the sake of the next level, you will find true life with us, potentially forever. If you cling to this life, will you not lose it? End. That's all for today. And remember, we know what we know what we don't know, and we know where to go to find out what we don't know. That's from Doe. Thanks for watching. Until next time.